Hi, name is Jiggity Helds, folks. I'm your host, Mr. Siphon. Welcome back to Prime 3-4. 3-4 time. It's a waltz. Oh, these fucking things. These things just, like, disappear and stuff. It's really annoying. They do. They annoyingly disappear and reappear and disappear and reappear, and it's... I killed him without hyper mode. Wow! Incredible. My butt hurts. That's the thing to say at the beginning of an episode. Yes, it is, but oh man, it hurts. I gotta readjust when I get to this little doohickly cutscene, but it shows what I'm doing, basically. Okay, that's good enough for rock and roll, basically. It doesn't hurt anymore. So, when you come over here, you want to get rid of these pestering damn things, and then knock these down. Well, knock that down, pull that, and then get over here. And then you want to pump like an idiot. You want to shake yourself. Okay, come on. Okay, you actually have to... That's why it never worked properly. I'm a dumbass. I also really should have changed my Wiimote batteries. I thought they would have lasted longer than this. But it's like, well, I'm gonna go down to the yellow, man. While you're... I need to show my true colors. My true colors being yellow. Nice miss. Nice miss again. Would you like to miss again? That'd be nice. So yeah, there are 3 bomb slots that you have to get in order to get up to the top of the room and follow where Rundus went. Because if you remember in the last episode, that's where Rundus was. Rundus was gone to the place, and we have a PED suit and other stuff. Okay. These guys are so annoying. So once you pull the cap off that, you can just shoot it, probably. There you go. And now it'll deal with literally all of them. Just blow them up to smithereens. And then the final morph ball slot, we actually have to go in morph ball form to over to it. Over twit. You come up here and break that first so it blocks off the fire. And done. And the final slot is here. So as you'll also... Oh, it actually worked. I got into a habit whilst playing Prime 1 and Prime 2 to use Morph Ball bombs while I'm jumping into a bomb slot rather than just waiting until I'm in the bomb slot to use them. And in normal circumstances in those games, it works. It works totally fine. But in this particular circumstance, for whatever reason, I'm also going to do this because it shows a missile expansion, but I'm not going to grab it. No, I will grab it. Screw you, I will grab it. It's literally right. It's literally right there. You can't miss it. You cannot miss it. Ever. At all. You'd have to be stupid to miss it. Not saying you're stupid or anything, but, you know. But, yeah, the morph ball thing. For some reason, the morph ball bombs in Prime 3 have a lot smaller a range and a lot lower a radius than smaller a radius than they did in Prime 1 or Prime 2. So as a result, I can't do that as much anymore. There's a good example of coming through here with hyper mode to avoid damage. And this fight is going to be difficult. I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to get some energy here before we start. The beginning of this fight isn't so bad because it's just mostly just space pirates. Do I have to actually deal with this ship? Well, at least it didn't really take that much effort. But this will actually explain what I mean. I could have gone and gotten another energy tank or two before I started this, but I chose not to because I see them later. You can see where this is going. That happens anyway, even if you shoot him. Just shooting him speeds it up. Alright, let's do this shit. So he has armor, obviously. And he always gets me with that sometimes. But basically the premise behind this fight, and it's pretty self-explanatory, it's just... It's pretty easy. It's just the only difficult thing is the fact that I could potentially mess this up. Like that, getting fucking frozen multiple times because screw you. This is how the bosses are gonna go, isn't it? Yeah. Just like Prime 2. Just like Prime 2. This is how the bosses are gonna go, and I'm gonna bitch and complain every time. There! That's better. If anything I've learned from Prime 2, I'm probably just not going to commentate at all during boss fights. It should be pretty self-explanatory what you're supposed to do to kill them. A lot of them are easy. But it just... it seems like whenever I commentate, that's when the boss battle just falls completely apart. And I look stupid and more inept than I actually am. So, I'm not going to anymore. I'm going to learn from my mistakes and take off like a Dark Samus Spectre. Because Spectres are awesome, and I want to be like a Spectre, so I'm just going to shut the fuck up now. So, we got ourselves the Ice Missiles. These will come in major handy when dealing with the gel fuel, because using it, we can make platforms. Now, with that elevator activating like that, you actually don't want to use it, because it leads you to a place you don't want to go yet, which, if you've been using certain walkthroughs, you're very used to this by now. You're very used to being told, oh, let's go this way, even though you don't fucking have to right now, okay? Let's just do that. So... I'm not going to do that. I'm going to show you where you're supposed to go, when you're supposed to, well, I don't know, maybe that's a subjective thing too, but you know. Anyway, using your ice missiles, you can actually freeze those little jet things up at the top of the room, not here, but in back there, but I didn't choose to because I'm amazing. And you can take a shortcut to get all the way back to the beginning of this area, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to use freeze platforms and take this door because this is another shortcut that we are actually going to need. Because we do have to come back here in the somewhat recent future? In the not so distant future. I can English great. So I'm going to leave that missile expansion there, because I got to come back for it later. Even though you can't miss it. Some people probably will. Again, that one right there is just kind of like a personal preference type of thing. You don't have to get it right now if you don't want to, like me, because I'm trying to keep it... The reason I'm doing that, if you have watched enough of this to understand. The reason I'm doing that is because of the fact that I want to try and keep as many of the missile pickups and as many of the item pickups as possible in the treasure hunt section, because a lot of people, and there's a lot of people, myself included probably at some point, would just really like to know where every item is, or as many of the items are as possible in as little a span of time as possible, you know, and in like the most concise way that you're supposed to get them, not, you know. Oh, whoops! I went the wrong way. This is what happens when you talk and you're not paying attention at all. Okay, excuse that blunder. Go back to the cliffside air dock. Not here. Alright, so now we're back here. You can see where this is actually kind of going. We're going back to the Federation ship, because we can actually go that way now. If you went that way, or tried to go that way before we got the ice missiles, you would not be able to go that path. But now that we have the ice missiles, and my butt is being persistent in its painfulness right now, I don't know why. It's never usually this bad, but right now it's like, oh, you're playing Prime 3, so that means you gotta be butt hurt when you fall down. Oh my god. Keep your cool. Calm your tits. You just got the ice missiles. That's what it's for, is to calm your tits and not get whipped in the face. That wasn't my face even. That was my side. My spleen felt the energy from that fucking whip. Alright, so when we get through here, I don't know why my butt hurts so much right now, but that's important to commentary. So, blow the crap out of literally everything here, because you can, and that's what you want to do with your life, alright? Oh, look at that golem taking a rock-ass dump. Yeah, totally, yeah. So this guy will turn around and bust down the wall because you are too weak and inept to do it yourself, and also because he's in the way, and then he'll jump to his death and kill you in the process. Almost. Also, recognize those panels. If you've played Metroid Prime 2, you should recognize what those are. And it sort of indirectly spoils a future item. But, yeah, we ain't getting that for a while. So you want to kill these two teleporting things because they love to just waste your time and energy. Yeah, because you're using Phazon. Okay, I think this actually automatically brings me out of hyper mode. It does. Cool. So you want to use this first, because if you don't, you won't be able to access one of these fuel lines. Don't ask me why that's the case, but it just is. So, in order to get them, you shoot that, turn hyper mode on, and shoot this wall. Get up here, shoot this. It starts a cutscene because it has to show that one and not the others. And the final one is over in this little morph ball tunnel thing, which you freeze that, go through here, narrate everything. And don't fail at it like I am. Cool. Once you've done that, now you can actually use it. And he'll just pick you up and put... Oh, you actually jump out. I never noticed that. I always thought he picked it up and put you in there. I was like, what? No, it does not turn into a bomb slot while it's up there. It actually is not a bomb slot at all. You can't even get in there. It won't even let you.
Samus, we have uncovered more information regarding your condition. It appears that once activated, the unique Phazon inside your body overreacts after 7 seconds. We did not foresee this problem when we gave you the PED, and unknowingly, we put you in grave danger. We are sorry.
Gee, thanks.
Please be aware that it will not be possible to counter Dark Samus without the PED. You must be careful when using it. In the meantime, we will continue to investigate this unique poison.
Sure. Just justify giving it to me and putting me in mortal grave danger. I love how they justify it, too. They're just like, we are sorry. Like, oh, your condolences are so... like, are gonna totally change everything for me. Thanks, you're so considerate. And then they're just like, but you still need to use it, like... So you made me feel like shit, but then you're like, oh, well, you need to use it anyway. You've got no choice, tough tits. Like, thanks.
Platforms detected. Initiating security lockdown.
Oh no, look at this again. Check it out, it's these pieces of crap again. I hate these things. Just because they're annoying and they're so time-consuming to kill. It's not even that they're, like, hard or anything. Also, I gotta really stop doing that. I'm gonna just... okay, fine. There. If you enter into corrupt hyper mode, while your energy is low, corrupt hyper mode will just immediately boot you out. It won't even go into corrupt hyper mode, which is kind of annoying and can, like, you know, get you killed. So don't. If your energy is too low, don't use it. So we brought this up without our ship in the room because the top doors are locked and we need to go and open them. Now, you can go through there first if you want, because that will lead you to an item which we're going to need later, which is an energy cell. But I'm going to leave those until the treasure hunt episodes to deal with, because they are important to a particular area later in the game. And I want to get as many of them all in the same area within the same path as possible, because that is a little on the out of the way side even for me, so. Alright, so that'll open up the roof. I can skip it, and we can go back down. So once we do, you want to actually take this down, because your ship can't land here if it's up. I'm going to skip that too. You don't really need to see a lot of these. You can see these yourself. Now it turns into an upgrade icon, and this will upgrade your ship's missiles, which is important. Cool. Alright, now we get to go to the part of Brio we haven't explored yet. I did accidentally go there like a dumbass, like, I accidentally went to this place first because I forgot that we're not supposed to yet, but, so the icon isn't green anymore, but regardless. So now there are a handful of items here that you can, well, there's actually one in particular that you can get on the way through if you want. You have to hyper mode because space pirates have armor now. Oh no. Well, they've also got phase-on enhancement devices of their own. So you can destroy this wall and you can destroy that wall, but I'm not going to yet because there's an energy tank in there that I'm not going to get right this particular minute. I'm going to save that for the treasure hunt. So the reason you head up here is so that you can deactivate this. It didn't show me in morph ball form. Sucky! Sucky, man! Okay, so a fitting place to end this part is basically right here. We end with explosions.